back from Dubai. I'm chilled out, I'm relaxed. I'm looking forward to a next week of work. I'm ready to roll.
There's a hell of a lot of used cars in the country. They just can't seem to get rid of them.
From editorial perspective, we will do a test drive for used car every month.
Everywhere in the world, the oil prices went down, except this part of the world, the oil prices went up because we sell it. What happens is that the new car dealerships start making these fantastic promotions because they have to get those cars out of their showrooms.
We're trying to bank on it and sell it off as a trend. Basically,
Sure,
like
so
these guys are doing it,
let's
you
do
guys
it.
should as well.
We're not going to do like low-cost cars. This has to be luxurious one.
Why don't you ask the car dealers, you have a car for the month which could be slightly cheaper just for that 1 month if they come and buy it. Then that makes it more appealing.
I'm impressed, Nadia.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, I felt quite good about coming up with the idea, and I think everyone else was. Hello, that's why I'm here.
Samir, how was Dubai?
Dude, Dubai was amazing.
You guys enjoy?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, where to start, where to finish, but we had so many cars, but the Ferrari and the McLaren, it was just with us, man, night and day.
I want to go back to Dubai. I had too much fun there.
And we did a great job of photo shooting the car. The Rolls Royce was fantastic. All three of us were in the Rolls
so you
Royce.
got the Rolls.
Yeah, the Rolls Royce. It was a convertible Tara.
Instagram and Snapchat was crazy. Alain showroom, that many incredible cars. I was inundated with so many messages.
The highlight of that trip actually was me driving that F-Pace car. That Jaguar is going to change Jaguar's history. Saying that it was amazing was an understatement. We're driving the best cars in the world, in one of the best cities in the world. If you want to feel like you're VIP and get the VIP treatment, you got to drive those cars in that country. Everything was good apart from the first day when Nadia didn't show up.
I had to meet my friend. We ended up on a beach and my phone was all the way in the hotel.
beach.
So having a good time. Hashtag no regrets.
I'm checking out a Harley-Davidson. They have a road glide, I think, that they want me to test drive. You have to come.
Why?
That's it, because I said so.
We just like
You're
my company, that's it.
I do. I don't like to go alone. I like to go with my entourage. You know, when I walk in, everybody's with me, you know.
He suggested that we're gonna go meet this guy called Bob. A nice chit chat about the Harley-Davidson Club. That to me is material for the magazine, so it works out pretty good. This time I want to do something a little bit different. Let's get in touch with all these modified garage.
You mean like
And
Salah?
Yeah. I mean, I want to do Salah's garage to start
Haven't
off
we done
with.
that before?
Yeah, we've done his cars. I mean, like every now and then he creates some modified monster. I think it's very important that Arabia Motors is astride when it comes to local talent. SMS Design and Performance is one of those workshops that is renowned all over the GCC for the quality of work that they do. You know, they've produced some very fast cars. There's like the workshop, the body shop, and then there's the dyno.
What's a dyno?
It's like the stimulator.
It's a baby dinosaurus.
Tie up the car on these rollers and it's not going anywhere, but you can
Sounds cute
tune the car.
already. Tie up the car.
Yeah, you tie up the car
Okay.
and stimulate it. What do you think of these trophies?
Wow. What's this from?
Well, this is my
Drag
best
racing.
friend, Salah, yeah. And, you know, he's been drag racing and motorsports.
But even in Abu
and
Dhabi.
Everywhere. He's crazy about motorsports. Salah was synonymous with street racing back in the 80s. Every now and then, I'll walk into his garage, say hi to him, and see like some of these beautiful cars that come by him.
Welcome to SMS.
Wow. This is amazing.
Yep.
I wanted to bring her specifically because she hasn't seen a place where they actually do cars and they build them and modify them and all those things. This is the best shop in Bahrain, by the way.
I can tell. It looks
And I trust
amazing.
them with my own cars.
It reminded me of Pimp My Ride. I just want to like send my car there and just get it all pimped out. That yellow
that
Range
says a lot.
Rover is incredible.
Yeah, this is what we do here. We kind of build dream cars for people. So whatever it is, we kind of cater to their needs.
People order these cars and usually go through a cycle of like trying to resto mod them. It's like, wow, you've got a beautiful piece of art. It's not a car anymore.
This particular car is the world's fastest foot brake car.
What does that mean?
Compartment opens, he sticks his foot out.
Oh, yeah.
to brake the car.
So you can't use something to disengage the transmission like a trans brake like other cars. There's rules for the street category, which we follow in this car. And you can only change the hood, bumpers, lighten the car.
Is there a passenger seat?
There used to be a passenger seat, but it's been removed.
Why is the world so dark? Just realized.
Because you have glasses on.
Yes. I don't like that shape of Mustangs in particular, but I like that particular car because it's kind of like very aggressive. It's like all black. He calls it Little King.
This car accelerates from 0 to 276 kilometers an hour in 7.8 seconds.
Oh my God.
Like your fastest car on the road today, like a Bugatti, for instance, multi-million-dollar car, would do the same distance in close to 10 seconds. This gets there about 3 seconds quicker.
Wow.
Say something. I want to
I
hear
just
that.
thought, oh my God, I want to get in it. I want to scream. I want to go crazy.
So we'll show show you the heart of this project, the engine. This engine is 6 years old.
Okay.
It's managed to break the track record and the first pass. It went 8.81. The record back then was 8.88. We managed to get it down to 7.8 seconds, which is considered today the fastest small block Ford powered car in the world.
They've done fantastically with that car. They've won a couple of records, #1 in its category all over the world, which again is a really proud moment, not just for Bahrain, for the GCC.
It's been holding that title for 4 years now.
Even like when you compare it to the States,
Even if you compare it with Mars, it's the fastest in the
man.
universe.
Wow.
The galaxy. A lot of the panels
Look
inside
like a
that you don't
normal
need.
car.
Yeah, I can see.
Like all of this has been taken off, replaced with these little pipes. You know, they're much lighter and they have the torsion strength. These cars can go up to 300 kilometers without anything moving.
He always throws in these small little tweaks that always enhance the appearance of the car. He gives me a lot of material for the magazine.
The simple mistake everybody makes, they think, I'm going to get a powerful engine and go fast. There's a lot of elements that have to be perfected in order to put that power on the ground. You have to have the proper transmission, the proper engine, the proper differential, suspension, and you have to have a good driver behind the whole setup.
so who
Yeah.
drives this? I do. Yeah, whatever.
Salah is actually really, really cool. He's funny, he's got some banter, and obviously he's very, very passionate about cars. Can I just ask, when you had the hood on, I thought that sucked in air and made the car go faster. But how does the air get in it if it's closed?
We have this cover
That's
just to
why
kind of protect,
okay.
you know, so nothing
Yeah.
goes in. This channels the air into the carburetor. Basically, we have a little bit of updates for next season. We're trying to better our time.
It's a toy shop for grown-up guys. Guys like us go to his shop. We've got our cars. He comes up with crazy ideas. He modifies them. He makes them better than they actually are.
This is pretty cool, but you know what? I want to go see that Saleen. When
Yeah.
the hell did you get that?
We got commissioned to finish this car for a private collector.
What sort of car is this?
This is the Saleen S7. There's a guy named Steve Saleen, and he used to modify cars for Ford. And they built this car about 10 years back to enter a race called Le Mans and GT races.
Saleen S7. I mean, this is a car that was supposed to be a supercar.
Didn't sell very well because of the lack of power. The division that this car races in cannot exceed 550 horsepower. The technology that it was built with was 1990s technology. It was a twin turbo car, 7.4 liter engine with no intercoolers.
It's something that's been on the market for a while, but they had issues with engines breaking down.
We addressed that problem. We had custom cores designed for this car, and we did all the fabrication.
He's installed new mounts, custom installed intercoolers. He's doing a great job.
When we put everything back, it will look really like an industrial machine rather than just an engine. Now we can go up to 22 pounds of this.
900 on the wheel.
Yes.
That's like you're looking at around, what, 1,100?
I think we can easily make 1,300 horsepower out of this setup.
On
but
the wheel?
Yes, but the clutch can't take it in its current state.
It was very exciting, and it kind of made me proud as well that there was a Bahraini garage that is actually working on this car and getting it back into shape.
We brought this car back to life. We put the Motec ignition and fuel management on the car.
So you completely changed the computer.
With this computer, we can log lap time, we can do traction control.
He's rewired the new computer system, which is the Motec. That's the nerve center of the car, and he's like completely overhauled whatever was there from the factory.
We can actually control the car remotely while the car is on the track. And you could be driving the car and we can see exactly what's happening on our computer.
There needs to be a driver in it though. It's
Yes.
not like a remote control car.
We haven't got into that advanced yet, I guess.
The problem is when I meet these people, because I work at Arabian Motors, they automatically assume I'm very passionate about cars. I'm not. I'm just passionate about taking pictures and uploading them.
Do you reckon it's going to be durable?
We have addressed all the issues. As you know, this car was not startable before. Now we made it start. So now we can diagnose any problem if it comes up.
Now the car is a completely brand new car. You can call it almost a resto mod.
Can you diagnose the problem with my car, by the way?
But your initials are wrong.
Koenig Special. It was a
Koenig
German
Special.
tuning company that manufactured body kits and tuned these cars.
It was just like an old Mercedes. It was restored apparently.
What do you plan to do with it?
The manufacturers that we deal with that do suspension, we're going to see if we can get a coilover set up for it.
Yeah, there goes the wallet again. I was thinking of like grinding the springs down, but now he's like, it's gonna mess up the whole ride.
How is this stuff on the dyno, these guys? You still tuning cars?
Yes, actually, we can have you guys go to the dyno and check it out.
I don't want to go to the dyno. Maybe you should take her.
A dyno? What's
A
a dyno?
dinosaur.
It's a rolling road. You actually drive the car up to high speeds, standing still, and you can tune the car.
Oh, like a simulator.
Like
Exactly.
a simulator.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll do it. Mo had to leave. Sameer obviously took ages, and then I was supposed to check out the dyno. Hi.
Hi, Fatima, how are you?
Oh, my name's Nadia.
Hi, my name is Nadia.
Turn up and I meet a guy called Majid who calls me Fatima. Look, honey, I know I'm fat, but please don't remind me. My name's Nadia, okay? Actually, I'm not fat. I'm just easier to see. What exactly are we doing here?
This device is called a dynamometer.
Hello, Majid.
هلا سمير شلونك؟
أخبار؟ شلونك؟
Hello,
Hey,
Mr.
how are you?
Late. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You're okay?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
I was shocked to see that Nadia was there by herself talking to the Dyno Master guy. I was actually impressed that Nadia was holding her ground. Tell me about this dyno.
It's a device to measure how much horsepower the engine is making at the wheels. You could measure anything you want, and we use it to do the engine calibration and to make sure that everything in the car is where it's supposed to be.
So basically you can test the car as if it's being driven really fast without it actually moving. Most car companies have a dyno. It's plugged into the computer and all these information comes up and you can fine-tune the ECU according to what you want the car to perform like.
The dyno would spit few numbers. It would show us how much horsepower the engine is making, the air-fuel ratio, boost, torque, along so many other channels.
And from this you can adjust accordingly the ECU?
From this you could change the amount of fuel that you're asking for or the amount of boost, and basically this would control the amount of the power that the engine is making.
SMS is something that Salah wanted to do ever since he was a kid. There's no garage in Bahrain that does what he does as good as he does. Can you put any car on this dyno? Or is it only specifically for supercars like this particular one?
This dyno is a four-wheel drive dyno.
Four-wheel drive?
And it could measure all the way to 2200 horsepower.
Wow.
The dyno is like a hospital for the cars. So they get put on this machine and they do like blood tests and like heartbeats and stuff like that, but like the equivalent for a car. So Majid, how do you stop the car from flying off?
I think there are straps in the back.
Using straps in the back and stoppers in the front. This would keep the car where it is.
Have you ever had an incident where a car has flown off?
We had an incident where the tire came out and it left a mark there on the wall where you can see it.
Oh my God.
We left it there just to warn the customers
just
from
remind
standing
everybody.
here or close to the car. It's really dangerous.
That's pretty crazy. I was standing at the back because that was the coolest place because there was an AC right beside my head. But a tire has like come and hit the back of the wall.
Can you show us?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
my
I know
pleasure.
where I'm going to be standing.
Yeah,
Safety first, worries later.
And think of it as an operating table. Make it go as fast, as slow as he wants. See that it's changing there, and that's the power on the rear. He's even changing gears. He's actually driving a car. I guess in the old days, people used to drive fast and people used to run behind it and try and test and check it. Since the dyno was invented, it makes life much easier for the mechanics. You can then fine-tune it. Are you okay or are you scared? You look scared. Come stand over here. Don't worry.
It was fine, it was fun, but it made me very, very nervous. Wow, that was pretty cool.
Thank you, Majid.
Right.
Don't stand there. You can't stand in the back.
No,
even when it's
the
off.
car's not on, it's fine.
It's been known to jump.
No, don't say that.
We were also met by Clement, who also works at the SNS, took it upon himself to show us a lot of the other cool features in the garage.
This customer wanted to make more power from his car, right? So he bought it to us. We replaced the engine, put a Ford racing engine. It's a bigger size, so he can make more power. We replaced the supercharger as well. It's a bigger size, again,
It's a
makes more
mammoth.
power. He was making about 300 to 400 HP. After we've done with everything, we're looking to make about 700 horsepower.
Whoa.
Wow.
So nearly doubling the power.
No matter how much you know about cars, it can never be the same as when somebody's actually done it. So we needed this information to reflect it better in our story.
We've upgraded the fuel system on it. We've upgraded the cooling system on it. So it's good for Bahrain's temperature. So we do a lot of custom work as
Right.
well. We have a fabrication shop.
Do you modify cars for drag racing as well?
We have a couple of cars over
Yeah.
there. We have the street car. She's ran a best of 6.9, quite fast, and we've got the world record for that car as well.
This is done with passion, not just knowledge.
I can tell. I think the garage itself is really cool. I think it's cool what they do, how they restore them and modify them. And I'm going to take my car there as well. So it's going to be like really gangster G one day. You're going to see it on the road and be like, ah, that's Nadia.
And another aspect of what we do is we do car restoration as well. So this is a 1972 Corvette. We rebuilt the complete engine.
Whoa.
It's got a brand new air conditioning system. Engine
that's
runs
important.
beautiful and fine, yeah. So his car is still a 72. It's still got the look, all the sentimental value. but it runs like a 2015, 2016 car.
Salah's reputation in terms of restoring vehicles is beyond Bahrain. He's got a knack for it, now he's got a name for it. He's a sure bet.
How long would it take to restore a car like this?
I'd say about maybe 6 to 8 months.
Is it mostly
Wow.
mechanical that you do, restoration?
We do paint and body works
You
as
do
well.
paint and bodywork
So
restoration.
after we're done with that part,
Right.
if the customer wants, we can do a full repaint of the car.
You did Salah's brother car.
We did.
Right?
We did the
Yeah.
1969 Camaro as well. That turned out beautiful. He's
Yeah.
really happy and excited about it.
That was pretty impressive, how they can transform a car and revive it and make it like it was when it first was produced.
This is like the operation room of SMS. So we do a lot of engine and gearbox rebuilds. We have a couple of our old drag race engines in the
Right.
back. Some of them make over 3,000 HP.
I mean, this guy is all about how to make the best engines because Salah is a drag racer, and drag racing is mostly about the power of the engines.
Hey guys.
Hey,
There we go.
Salah.
Hello,
You're back.
how are you?
We're just checking out the operations room over here.
They get damaged a lot, trust me. But this is like a street engine. This is capable of like 1,000 horsepower. This is going in a Mustang.
All the interesting stuff that goes in the engine, they do it in there. To me, it's a little bit mumble jumble, but they seem to know exactly what they're doing.
I'm a Ford guy. I know you're a Porsche guy.
I'm a Porsche guy.
Let me show you.
You have a
something.
Porsche?
I have a very
Really?
special Porsche. This is it right here.
911?
Complete restoration.
This
No, it's
car?
not a 911.
Looks like a 911.
It's a 912.
912?
Porsche enthusiasts, which are spread out all over the world, know that it truly is a jewel.
It's a 1968. Before they put the flat six engine into the 911, they did the 912. And they put the Volkswagen four-cylinder engine in. It makes this car very, very rare and sought after.
Why does it look like it's really low on the wheels?
It's missing the engine now. The engine
Oh,
is
okay.
in the engine room.
Gives it the balance.
Yes.
Yes.
So when you put the engine, it levels out.
912 was before 911. So he gave me a little bit of an introduction and history on the Porsches, which I always love. It's a beautiful car, and it's great to know that you restore something as classic and as expensive
Well,
and as rare as this.
Any idea what
this
kind of
case,
prices these are for?
Very good specimens of this car is going upwards of $125,000.
Restored?
Restored. All we're doing is we're doing a full restoration on the engine.
It's just a really beautiful car. It looks exactly the same as the 911s. They keep that look, which makes you feel good no matter what year of 911s you have.
And now classic cars are really coming back strong. Especially Porsches. Porsches are good investments on wheels.
In fact, you want to tell the owner, once you get the engine ready and everything, we'd love to put it in the magazine.
Sure, sure.
As I said, I'm not into classics, but it's a Porsche. To me, that's not just a classic, that's family. I promised her that she's going to be seeing some amazing donuts, drifting. You got to have something that you can show us, please.
I don't have a car, it's very short notice, but I have something better. But we can do something that maybe everybody can enjoy drifting today.
Really?
And I have the machine to do it.
A tricycle, which was even more fun than a car. I mean, everybody had to go at this thing, and it was just fun.
They had this trike that's like run on a battery. Amazing piece of machine.
When I was told we were doing donuts, I kind of assumed it was in a car and not on a little tricycle. Okay, yes, it looked fun, but I'm wearing hair extensions. So the minute I start skidding around, my hair is gonna fly out.
They've actually put plastic on the rubber tires to make it spin, just to give that drift and donut effect, and it works.
There was this guy who rocked up like one wheel missing, started like doing donuts, nearly hit us. That could have been me on a bike, you know?
I was kind of worried, to tell you the truth, at first, because God forbid if it like kind of flipped over and stuff, it's hard to put them back together. It's just like Humpty Dumpty. But once I got on it, I really enjoyed myself. That was cool.
Guys, we're meeting Bob today.
Bob who? Bob Sinclair? Bob Marley? Bob the Builder?
No, just Bob the Harley-Davidson dude. He's just the godfather of Harley-Davidson in Bahrain. I think we should do a story on him specifically
Sure.
and his knowledge and expertise in this
If
in
he's
this
that
field.
good, definitely. Why
Yeah,
not?
Bob's an icon himself in Harley-Davidson. He knows everything about the bikes. So when he calls me up, I answer the call. He usually has something nice for me to do.
How's your babies?
My babies are all doing good. They're getting older and older, but they're beautiful. And I heard you have another baby for me over here to try out. The Road Glide, huh?
Yeah, Road Glide and Touring. It's 2016.
He wanted to show me the Road Glide Special. I saw the bike. I immediately fell in love with it.
Bike number one in America.
Tell me why it's the most popular bike in the States.
Front end, brake system, dual brake, which is when you press the rear, a little bit from front's working.
Oh, so
And
it balances
that's
it
front,
up.
Yeah, it's
No
balances.
skidding.
I would take it purely for the sound system. It's got speakers.
Yeah, it does have
For it, dude.
Man, you
And-
know what's that sound system?
What
It's
is-
a Bose sound system.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just imagine cruising and driving with a bike that, you know, has its own music and everybody else around you can hear.
Plus ventilation.
So it
they
competes
have,
with the Goldwing, technically.
yeah, same category.
Yeah. This one's gonna be smooth, I think. I mean, look at it.
What bike did you have before? Wasn't it one of these what you had?
No, I had a Road King. I used to have a police edition. You know that old TV series called Chips? I remember those two guys riding those bikes, and I always wanted to be that when I was a kid. I drove it for like 2 weeks, then I got rid of it. It was too heavy.
I like 4 wheels better than 2.
Ooh, very
So
comfortable.
to be more enjoy,
Is this a TV?
touch screen,
Like,
plus Bluetooth, USB,
Oh, wow.
plus mouse.
My car doesn't have this. It has a cigarette lighter. This is for your cigars.
This is
how you're
better.
right. You'd be driving and lighting up
This
cigars
is
at the
better
same
than
time.
the other bikes that you have.
He showed me all these features about this bike that made it even more appealing. The radio and the navigation and the fact that I can control it from the little 2 mouses from each side.
103 engine, a little bit wider breather inside, but smoothly more. They updated saddlebag. on
I
the
can
side.
access it and do
Yeah.
what I want even without even getting out.
Yeah.
Yay! We went and saw another motorbike at Harley-Davidson. I can't remember the name because I wasn't interested. Social media was quiet as well. I don't think they're really into bikes as much as they are into cars, and I stand with them on that one.
You're part of Bahrain, right?
Yes.
How many members do you guys have?
I'm buying it's around 400.
And this is with our
Not bad.
tiny little population.
It's 1.4 million international. I need you to ride this horse.
I would love to ride it. It's a big thing in Bahrain, especially with Harley, because they have this culture. You're not just buying a bike, you're buying a lifestyle. There's a clothing gear that goes with it, there's an attitude that goes with it. Hello,
man.
Jimmy.
Hey guys.
How you doing,
What's
man?
up? Good.
What is
Habibi,
this
bye.
baby? What have you
Like
done
it?
to your baby? This baby looks amazing.
Totally changed.
Jimmy is a friend of mine. This guy takes the love of biking to a level where he just spends so much money on them and makes sure that they look the best. Every time I see it, it keeps getting better and better.
Well, it's going to classic. Add chrome as much as you can.
Beautiful chrome. Look
Change
at
the
that.
handlebars, classic mirrors, highway footpegs, extend the mufflers, lowering kit.
Beautiful, Jimmy.
And
I
here you
love
go.
it. It was a piece of art. In fact, if I had that bike myself, I'd just be putting it in my sitting room. I wouldn't even be using it. Look at this. Oh my God. I don't even want to ask how much you spent on this bike. We have to get together. We got to go riding together.
Anytime.
Okay? I
Anytime.
love the bike. All right?
Anytime.
One of so many bikes that we have in Bahrain that we actually try and feature every now and then in our magazine to show what people do when they love something. There really is a relationship that these people have. We went out for a ride, which was really cool. I had the privilege of going out for a ride with Bob, and this bike was like decked out to the max. I mean, it had music, it had heaters for the hands, it had a GPS system. It was driving a Cadillac, basically. It was so comfortable. The bike is too big for me. I'm more into like sportier, a little bit smaller bikes, but if this was the States, I'd definitely have a bike like that in my collection because that type of bike needs a long stretch of road to enjoy it. Maybe I'll get one and send it to the States.
The SMS photo shoot's done. The article's ready as well.
The SMS garage I thought was really, really cool. Definitely want to take my car there.
That's a big thing, by the way, because we did the engine room, we did the dyno, she and I, when you had to...
I've split it up. I've split it up in body and paint and all the wild things to do in that with the airbrush. And I've split it up in performance. Whenever I go there, I always see these awesome cars and he's always doing stuff to them. I mean, he's like a mad scientist, and to show Sameer and Nadia around, it was a lot of fun for them as well.
So basically, we're gonna have it running for how many editions?
Relatively 3 editions, and then maybe the 4th one I'll do an interview with him. In terms of content, if we have a slow month, we can plug it in.
We just got back from Dubai, so I wasn't really looking forward to going back to work and figuring out that there was a lot of things that were pending, but actually it turned out to be very good. The SMS garage was fantastic. I had fun drifting in a special kind of drift bike that he has. Well, I had a great time doing the Harley test drive, the road glide.
That's your territory, your baby, you deal with it.
How many pages are you planning to do for this?
4.
Okay, so within the 4 pages, I want just maybe a column of Bob and who he is and why he was in that photo shoot. Because this guy is a legend. He's just like a walking dictionary encyclopedia kind of person when it comes to bikes and specifically Harley-Davidson. On my way out from Harley, I bumped into Jimmy, a Lebanese guy who has a really cool Harley, dude. I'm thinking putting in the magazine. This guy's worked a lot on the bike. I mean, I can see the stuff is amazing. Actually, I'd love to buy that bike. Maybe I'll call him to do a feature and give him an offer.
What a really cool week we had.
Now you know what a dyno is, right?
Yeah, it's like a hospital for cars. I think I need to do my car actually. Every time I accelerate, I feel like it's struggling to change gear. Like obviously it's automatic. but I
Because
just
you're
feel-
in it.
We're so rude. Where are your manners? Like honestly? Meaning what?
Yeah, meaning what?
Choose your words very carefully.
What do you mean?
Seriously. He's trying to say that my car can't drive fast because I'm fat.
It's just bad.
She just stormed off, automatically assuming that I was talking about her weight, which I wasn't.
What were you gonna say then?
Yeah, because of the way you drive.
What's wrong with my driving?
Maybe
My
it's
driving
not
is
good.
amazing, thank you. I'm a better driver than you are. I don't know if he actually meant that or not, but I was just really sensitive and I was like, you know what, Mo, up yours. And I just grabbed and walked out. I really wasn't happy with that.
Keegan, what the
Why? What did I do?
You insinuate or talk something about her body or her size or something. Use your own special ways to make her feel a little bit more comfortable, please.
Even though I didn't say anything, maybe like I'll get her some flowers and chocolate. I'm sorry, kind of.